Alright guys, we're going to try this video for a second time. Welcome to Sinclair Garage. Today we're going to do brakes on the Dodge. This is a daily driver Dodge. Good old truck. Let's get a better shot. A little dirty. It's a 2009 Dodge Ram quad cab, 5.7 Hemi. That's about the gist of it. So the front brakes are about shot. The rear brakes are getting there. We're going to put all new brakes, pads, and rotors all the way around on it. Going to get it done. I do have parking brake pads as well. So we're going to take a look at that. I do know I've put front brakes on this thing before. I've never touched the rear, and I've had it for close to 70,000 miles, so I'm sure it has to be close. Actually, I know it is. They're getting thin, so I figured I'd just do them all at once. So we're going to get this done. I'm sure you guys probably seen this kind of stuff 100 times on YouTube, so I'm going to just do like a quick time lapse. We'll get everything taken apart. One of the front calipers is a ripped boot. Now, I was able to buy replacement boots for the calipers. These guys for the front calipers. I bought replacements for all calipers, and if I don't need them, I'll probably just send them back, but I'd much rather have the parts, that way I don't have to keep running out. So I'm going to try and replace those as well. It seems like it's pretty straightforward, a little bit tricky, but I think we can handle it. It goes $3 per package, or you can spend $88 for a front rotor, or a front caliper, sorry. So I would much rather save $85 and just replace the boot. That's all that's wrong with it. So we're going to try it. Worst case, I got the other car, as you can see in the background. Mustang's out of the garage, as you can see. So I can take it down if I need to the parts store or the Jeep. So let's get this going. Alright guys, now to the point of why I'm making this video. I just kind of went ahead and got the passenger front done. The rears are all buttoned up, put together. Still got torque lug nuts, but the driver's side, I don't have the boot here. Well, I have the boot. But the reason I was going to make this video is I've never done this before, but it's saving a lot of money for a little bit of work, so we're going to try it out. What happened is, here's your caliper piston that goes down inside here, right? You have two of them, at least on this truck you do. My rear's only had one, but anyhow, this boot, basically a dust boot here, had a rip in it. And I know eventually with the winters we have, it's going to have to be replaced. So about $88 for a new caliper. So, which is kind of expensive after I spent all this money on brakes. This is the reason I didn't finish this first day. So I got looking, I can buy the dust boots and new inner seals. It was like $3. So I was like, is it worth saving $85? Me, since I'm cheap, yes. So, but we'll revisit that question once we're finished. Now the passenger side was fine. Boots look good, no issues there. just a tear and the one on the driver's side. So how you take these guys out is obviously you take the caliper apart, or take the caliper off the truck, and on the back of the caliper, that's basically where your brake line bolts into it, right? That's where it gets its fluid. I took a little air chuck that has a tapered end. I happened to have one, which is really nice. Stuck it in that hole, blew air into it. I looked out, and when I blew air into it, both pistons popped. So, put my caliper back in here real quick. So, really nice. Both calipers popped out. I pulled them out. All I did was just take and clean up the insides, get all the debris out of them, brake cleaner, blew them out with air, did the same thing to the pistons. So now comes the part where we get to put new seals and we get to put the new boots on. So let's try this out. So I'll set you guys up here, if I can. Figure out the best way to do this. So we'll do this side. Okay, now you have this seal that goes, there's a groove on the inside here. So this guy goes in there. Now I bought some brake parts lubricant, but I don't think we're gonna need it for this one. So I'm hoping all these parts fit. When I took everything apart, they all matched up pretty good, but sometimes it's hard to tell until you put it back together. Perfect. So one seal, we'll get the other seal. Like I said, I've never done this before, but I like to think that I'm pretty good, so we're trying it out. Okay, so seals are in. Is this guy needs to fit inside there, inside this lip, which I took and I scraped it out with a little like a dentist pick, I guess you could call it. All right, as you can see, I got one in. It's a bit tricky and hard to do with one hand, but basically you have this top groove that the seal goes into. As you can see, there it is. And then you have the other groove on the piston that the top of the seal goes into. So once you get all set up, you have to kind of wrangle it in. Okay, so I got the piston here. I'm going to just kind of smother it with this grease to get it down in here. And then you just kind of play around with it to get the seal up around it. But honestly, this is actually extremely easy. It's a bit frustrating if you can't get the seal in right, which I've had to kind of play with it to get up in that groove, but it's really tight, so now we just got to get this piston down inside. Now it's kind of using a combination of screwdrivers. You gotta be really careful, obviously, because you don't want to bust the boot you just put on. But I've been taking like this long screwdriver and I'm kind of just pulling the seal aside and then kind of holding it with my finger. Who knows, maybe this much grease screwed me or making it worse on me, I don't know. It's possible. See, I kind of got that side on and it slid off. So I was taking a screwdriver. Like I said, not poking the seal, not scratching anything. There we go. And then just push her down inside the seal there. We just gotta kind of wiggle it around. And then you can kind of take the seal and pop it up inside the groove and the piston like so. That way you know it's all in there, and now you're done. All you gotta do now is just the other one kind of push down, so and it's in. And I said, ask me when I'm finished if I thought it was worth saving 85 bucks. I just got the camera all dirty. Sorry guys. Good. Okay. Worth saving 85 bucks? Definitely. It's a bit of it can be one of those cussing projects, if that makes sense, just because it's kind of a pain. But in my opinion, well worth saving 85 bucks. It really wasn't that difficult. I shouldn't say a whole lot because I haven't actually, like, you know, got it on the car. Now it does, I have read where you get a little, there, I should have showed that. Right here, it's like I had some air. You can see it was like inflated here, so I just took the pick and pulled the seal apart away from the piston and let that air out. So, like I said, definitely worth it, not too difficult. Like I said, that's $3 in parts for one caliper. All the other calipers are fine, so I'll probably just send that back and get me back $9. Maybe not, maybe I'll just hang on to them since it's only $9. But that's beside the point. Point is, replacing a boot on a caliper is fairly easy. A little bit tedious. I mean, you still have to really bleed the brakes just like you would, you know, if you bought a new caliper, so it's not like there's a huge difference there. So other than that, I think we're done. That's all today. I'm gonna put everything back together. I don't think you guys are interested in any of that. So thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys later.